Apple is getting ready to launch its next generation iPhones, the iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Pro. The big question on everyone's mind right now is, when exactly will these new models be announced and released? Well, Apple hasn't officially confirmed the date yet. A new report is giving us some strong clues, and it looks like September 2025 will be a busy month for Apple fans. Historically, Apple has always held its iPhone launch events in September, and this year will be no different. However, the exact date of the keynote is still being debated. Some sources have suggested Tuesday, September 9th, while others are pointing to Wednesday, September 3rd. Why the confusion? Well, it all comes down to Labor Day. Labor Day in the US falls on Monday, September 1st in 2025. Traditionally, Apple holds its iPhone event on the first Tuesday after Labor Day. But since that Tuesday is right after the holiday, it might be too soon for a major event. That's why many experts believe Apple might shift the event to Wednesday, September 3rd, or just stick with Tuesday, September 9th. CNET's senior editor Patrick Holland, who's been reviewing mobile phones for over a decade, explained that either of these dates is possible. He also mentioned that if the event is held on September 3rd or 9th, the release date of the new iPhones would likely fall on September 12th or 19th. However, there's another reason why September 3rd might not be ideal for Apple. That same week, IFA, the International Funkausstellung, is happening in Berlin. It's one of the biggest consumer electronics shows in the world. Similar to CES in Las Vegas, Apple usually avoids launching products during major industry events like this because it doesn't want its news to be lost in all the noise. So while an earlier launch would be nice, it's more likely that Apple will wait until the following week, making Tuesday, September 9th the most probable date for the keynote. Another interesting detail comes from Apple's past product launches. Even though Apple often unveils all new iPhones on the same day, the actual release dates can vary. For example, in 2018, the iPhone XR launched weeks after the iPhone XS and XS Max. In 2020, the iPhone 12 mini came out almost a month after the regular iPhone 12. So, this year, we might see something similar. This time around, Apple is introducing at least one completely new model, the iPhone 17 Air. It's a fresh design and possibly a new size category altogether. Since it's a new type of iPhone, there's a chance it might arrive later than the others. No leaks have confirmed a delay yet, but it's still something to watch for. In fact, rumors suggest that 3 out of the 4 iPhones this year will feature all new designs, which could also impact the release timeline. Now, let's talk about pre-orders. If Apple unveils the iPhones on Tuesday, September 9th, then pre-orders should begin the very next Friday, September 12th. That's the usual schedule Apple follows. But if any of the models get delayed, pre-orders for those specific models will likely open later. Based on current expectations, any delays should be minimal, possibly just a week or 2 at most. Looking ahead to the official sales launch, it's pretty safe to assume that Apple will start selling the new iPhones on a Friday, as they've always done. That means the most likely in-store and shipping date will be Friday, September 19th. So, if you're planning to upgrade, mark that date in your calendar. In summary, Apple is expected to reveal the iPhone 17 lineup either on September 3rd or September 9th, with the most likely date being the 9th. Pre-orders should begin on Friday, September 12th, and the phones will probably hit store shelves a week later on Friday, September 19th. We're still waiting for Apple to confirm all of this, but if you're an iPhone fan, September is the month to keep an eye on. Whether you're waiting for the regular iPhone 17 or eyeing the all-new iPhone 17 Air, you won't have to wait much longer to see what Apple has been working on.